Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Brian if you happen to be new around here, but if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, you magnificent greatsword wielder. That's right, that's what you get, free greatswords for just subscribing to the channel alone. I have that power apparently. Anyway guys, welcome in. I'm just gonna have some fun with y'all. We've got a lot to talk about. This is a news post going over on New World. It's talking about the design philosophy, core gameplay design here of the Greatsword for New World. If you guys want to go read further yourself as I struggle and stutter through that sentence, link will be in the description for you. But if you want to hang out with me, just get a little bit of New World in your feed, then you're in the right spot. So not here to waste time. Let's dive in. Greetings, adventurers. The Greatsword is a powerful two-handed weapon, like the Great Axe and Warhammer, or Warhammer. Either word works, but uses material techniques rather than sheer power to vanquish foes. An offensive and defensive stance sets it apart in terms of gameplay, while unique visual traits make it feel even more distinct. Now we just joined, as I stutter, we joined the design team for a deeper look at the Greatsword's size, stance effects, and heads-up display, plus some other neat tidbits. For the design, attacks are central to the blade's core design. It embodies relentless offensive paired with aggressive defensive. Even defensive skills tend to have some kind of attacking component, whether fighting groups of foes with a wide sweeping strikes or single targets with a few specialized skills. The Greatsword can adapt to almost any situation, and the stances also give players more freedom for versatile tactics regardless of the preferred playstyle. For its size is the result of the desire and practicality. The design team wanted to slightly fanatical, I don't know, larger than life weapons with a weight that is still comparable to the Great Axe or Warhammer. They strove for something large enough to be impressive, but small enough not to obscure the character animations when worn on the character's back. For its functionality comparison, here's a breakdown of how the Greatsword is weaker than, and about the same as, and stronger than the following weapons. So for the Great Axe, the Greatsword is weaker than, less purist options. It's about the same in terms of DPS. And in terms of its strength, it's better buff and debuff application than the Great Axe. For the Warhammer, it's weaker than, it doesn't have stuns. It's about the same in terms of abilities that cause reactions, and it's stronger in terms of faster attacks and DPS. For the Sword and Shield, weaker, fewer defensive actions, can't protect allies as well. It's about the same in terms of block stability, and it's on par with light shields. It's stronger than, higher range. For the Hatchet, it's weaker than slower attack speed. It's about the same as good self-buffing, and it's stronger than, obviously in this case, higher range, if we don't probably include the throwing tree, per se. Then you've got the Spear. It's weaker than, less crowd control options and spacing tools. It's about the same with its range, and it's stronger than sweeping attacks instead of linear ones. For the damage scaling comparison here, the team wanted to push the unique aspects of the Greatsword further. Though even strength and dexterity damage scaling, this allows players more flexibility when choosing a secondary weapon. For the Greatsword, strength is at 80 and dexterity is at 80%. The Great Axe and the Warhammer, strength is 100, dexterity is 0. For the Sword and Hatchet, strength is 90% and dexterity is 65%. And for the Spear, strength is 65% and dexterity is 90%. So this makes sense. Now the first I'm learning of this though, instead of it kind of being 1-to-1, it looks like it's just 0.8 on 0.8 for each point as opposed to any other weapon, which I'd love to know your thoughts on that alone. I think this is actually kind of important. Seeing this and my raw reaction to this is, oh, that's good. That's good information to know because we've been saying the 0.9 and the 0.65 this entire time. And then obviously Great Axe and Warhammer are all pure strength builds in that regards. Anyway, if you guys got thoughts, love to hear them in the comments. For the stance themes, opposing forces are a common theme throughout New World. Stances take a similar approach, but are broadly themed around offensive and defensive. Additional themes include the angelic and demonic, fire and water, barbarian and knight, yin and yang, order and chaos. Stances and visual aids the HUD. Now the stance differences are primarily depicted through visual effects. This helps the player immediately recognize that their active stance is based off a color. The HUD reinforces stance indications with small icons. Almost like a backup rather than a main expression of the stance, players typically focus on the action in the center of the screen. So the small icons are going to help bring their attention to the active stance in situations where screen elements might be obscured. There are some of the early HUD concepts, including pros and cons for each. For the highlighted icon over the weapons slot, For the pros, they already do something similar for the sword and shield. The shield icon is shown in the corner with the sword icon. For the cons, weapon icons are in the corner of the screen, meaning the player must take their eyes off of the character to check. For the color highlight over the stand status effects, this is on the pro side. This calls attention to the already existing game element. For the con, its status effects icons can be moved around as the player receives more of them. For the icons next to the health bar, for the pros, players often look at the health bar, which is close to the icon. For the cons, at the same time, that spot was used by the in-combat icon. And I'm happy to see that kind of shift as a part of the PTR. I'm very much looking forward to feels like the UI is a little bit snappier, a little bit poppier in the PTR, and so I'm looking forward to when that goes live here next week. For the icon under the health bar, pros, centered on the character in the health bar. Cons, it might get overlooked at the bottom of the screen. So they look forward to the release of the Greatsword alongside Brimstone Sands on October 18th. Thanks guys for the support, and we'll see you guys in Eternum. So here, that is the information about the Greatsword. They have a little video playing of it. Ideally, I'm going to have that video playing for you over the course of this video itself. I'm very excited for y'all to go hands-on with a Greatsword. I've had a blast with it, and I'm very much looking forward to leveling it up. Hopefully this week I'm going to get some time in, maybe finish off a weapon or two as I pursue my goal of getting all my weapons to level 20 and providing more and more feedback on this amazing game. Guys, as my voice cracks, that means it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you'll join us on Discord and over on Work to Game for the Twitch, where we stream Fridays as a part of a community game night. Literally, it's the most chill, idea of fun that you could have. There's no pressure, there's no stress. We're literally about just helping you get your goals knocked out in this game. Even if you are not on our server, all that's in the description, all that's also in Discord. You can come hang out. This is about community. This is about us having fun. And even if you need a break from games, that's perfectly fine too. So I want to encourage you guys to continue to check out, get involved in the community if you're looking for a group to play with. And if you're just interested in more New World content and you haven't subscribed and this is the video that has you hit that button or like it or ring the bell, sound off in the comments so I can thank you so much for that support within the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, thank you guys for your time and attention today. I wish you all the best. Hopefully I'll see you the next time. But until then, take care.